Another bank, Canara Bank, posted a strong set of Q2 earnings led by robust loan growth. The company has also seen the net interest margins come in at a 9-quarter high, and asset quality has improved to the best levels in the last 7 years. We have LV Prabhakar, who is the MD and CEO of Canara Bank, who joins us now. Mr. Prabhakar, good morning and thanks for joining in. Happy Diwali to you. I wanted to first start with loan growth because it's been very strong in the quarter gone by. What do you think a sustainable loan growth can be, sir, over the next, say, 1 year? And where are you seeing the maximum traction between retail and corporate loan growth?
Canara Bank basically concentrates on two types of loan growth. One is on RAM, second one is on corporate. Even if there is a slowdown in loan growth in corporate or in RAM, the other sector will take care about the Canara Bank. For example, in RAM, we are growing at 16.4%. Housing, we are growing at 17%. Agriculture 20%, MSME 13%. So all these sectors, all of a sudden, they don't stop doing very well. Every sector will do well as per the present trend which I am observing in the coming 2 to 3 quarters. So loan growth under RAM sector for the coming quarter and the next quarter, that is Q4 of FY23, will be very good. I can say excellent. Coming to corporate, this quarter our corporate growth is very good. But going forward, it will be in a decent double-digit growth. So overall, we see that our Canara Bank credit growth in Q3 as well as Q4 FY23 will be decent double-digit growth. So it is a stable growth. This is evident. If you see the growth in the last 3-4 quarters, every quarter we are going consistently well. There is no spike in any of the parameters. So we are very bullish that Canara Bank credit growth will be very attractive in Q3 and Q4 of FY23.
Right. Mr. Prabhakar, so just to press on that point, could it be around 12-13% growth for the full year?
Comfortably. And recently I was hearing some comments that there is a concentration of corporate in some groups. But in Canara Bank, there is no concentration to any of the groups as far as lending is concerned. We have good risk management practices and we follow that. So we don't take any exposure to any of the groups in India or abroad.
Okay, all right. Hi, Mr. Prabhakar. Would you want to give us a number? If not 12-13%, mid-teens? Should we, just trying to get a number out of you or a range.
Decent double-digit growth.
Okay, all right.
That's what I can tell.
All right, Mr. Prabhakar, let's keep the loan growth number then aside. You know, you had launched some FDs, which was quite eye-popping, and I think you have got a good response to it as well. If I'm not mistaken, it's around 7% odd. Your cost of borrowing, that will be going up a little bit, right? Now, in that sort of an environment, do you believe that you can hold on to your NIMs of around 2.83%? That's point number one. And I'm looking at your loan book. The gold loan book is very good. You know, I think it's up 30% on a year-on-year basis. 1 lakh crore approximately is what it's clocking. What's the yield you're getting on that part of your book?
Going forward, our NIM is going to increase. Last quarter, it was 2.78. Today, it is quarter-wise, it is 2.86. And for 6 months, it is 2.83. We are not going to compromise on NIM. But Canara Bank policy is we want to take care about our stakeholders, including depositors, borrowers, and investors, and also staff. We are making good operating profit. My interest income on advances has grown by 20%. Now, taking into consideration the inflation of 7.41%, which is existing now, and also the huge income which we are making, now we thought that it is the right time to pass on some benefit to my depositors. I have about 10 crore depositors. And along with making good operating profit and net profit, I want to pass on something to my depositors also. And because of this 7% scheme, we have mobilized more than 8 lakh fixed deposits in the last 13 days. So that is the traction which we are seeing in this. So as far as Canara Bank is concerned, to take care about the future loan growth, which I am telling a decent double-digit growth, we are already having sufficient liquidity by mobilizing the deposits from the market well in time. This will help me to maintain a good inflow of deposits, and also my yield on advances, you have seen, it has increased by 21 basis points. And MCLR, I have increased to the extent of only 7.9%, which is the lowest or one of the lowest in the industry. I have still scope in that to make money. So going forward, I will maintain the NIM. Coming back to the gold loan portfolio, I think we have grown at 32%. 2 years ago, my portfolio was 54,000 crores. Today, it is 1,08,000 crores. And with zero capital, the yield is about 8%. And the commission which I earn on this is about 1,000 crores.
Okay. Sir, can you give us a little bit of guidance on the asset quality as well? It has improved in the quarter gone by, but still a little over 2%. Do you think asset quality can get better through the course of the fiscal?
Ma'am, our guidance is our recoveries will always be more than the slippages. That we are continuously and consistently following in the last many quarters. And our guidance is by March 23, our net NPA will be less than 2%. But we are confident that we are going to achieve it well in advance. Gross NPA, we said that it will be less than 6% by March 23. But again, I can say that confidently that we will be less than 6% very soon. So going forward, by March 23, our gross NPA will be well below 6%, maybe at 4%, and net NPA will be less than 2%, maybe at 1.75, 1.8%.
Mr. Prabhakar, the other question is what's happening at Canfin Homes. This is the first opportunity we've had to ask you this question. So if you can tell us briefly what happened, because we spoke with Mr. Koski recently. He told us he basically, of course, we know where he's gone now. Was it just that, or were there any differences between the Can Bank team, between you and, of course, him and the team at Canfin Homes? And second, what's the plan with regards to stake sale now? And of course, before that, could you talk to us a little bit about what are you doing in terms of appointing a new head at the business?
Yeah. First point is regarding the appointment of new head. Already it is in very advanced stage. Very soon we will be appointing. In the meantime, as a succession plan, we have already a deputy MD who is competent and capable, and he is running the show. And the results which we have shown in Q2 of the Canfin Homes is very stable and very good. The business is going to grow, and all support of Canara Bank is there for the Canfin Homes. Now coming to the second point, since the beginning in the last 2 years, I am telling that Canara Bank, point number one is good corporate governance and 100% compliance. With this, we want to do the business, maybe in Canara Bank, maybe in subsidiaries. And we are following this very strictly and religiously. Third point is, as far as business is concerned, we are very professional in that. As far as personal relationship is concerned, we are very good friends. Now coming back to the third point, whether stake sale is there, we are making an operating profit of 6,905 crores per quarter. By the year end, we may be making about 26 to 27 to 28,000 crores. And net profit of 25, that is 2,525 per quarter. Per year, it may be about 9,000 to 10,000 crores. And my CRAR is more than 16.5%. So with this good financials, I have no reason to to sell my stake in my subsidiaries unless and until the valuations are very, very attractive for me and I need money. As on date, I don't require money because internal generation of cash itself is huge. So I will continue to hold the share in my subsidiaries till I get a very good valuations.
Mr. Prabhakar, sorry, just to press on that point, the first one is you said very soon you will appoint a new head. How soon is very soon? Will we see something in the next couple of weeks? Will we see something in the next couple of weeks?
In a couple of months.
Okay. All right, Mr. Prabhakar, before we let you go, you have clearly have a growth trajectory, and you believe that business is going to look good. But your term is coming to an end shortly, I believe. Will there be an extension out there? Just, I wanted to ask you. And also write-offs, they have been quite high in the past quarter. That's the only problem point, I think so. Which accounts were written off? And why such a large or a high write-off is what you've seen?
First point is, Canara Bank is run by committees and 86,000 people. So whether I continue or not doesn't make any difference to Canara Bank. And the quarter-on-quarter profit and the good parameters which the Canara Bank has shown is the testimony that going forward, Canara Bank is going to do very well. Second point is regarding the write-off, about 2,798 crores which you are talking. In the last quarter, we have done 1,48,000 OTS proposals in small ticket loans which are unsecured, which are doubtful of recovery. Generally 60 to 65% we recover and remaining 30 to 35% we write off. This portion relates to that. And the second point is, since we have a lot of surplus cash and liquidity, we generally try to make more and more provisions and prudentially write off where we see that recoveries are a bit doubtful. However, if you see my recovery in written off accounts, it is 1,205 crores. So we write off, but we don't leave them. Again, we recover them, which adds to my bottom line. So it is a process, very calculated decision which we take.
Got it. Mr. Prabhakar, I have to just press on that point very briefly on that issue on Canfin Homes. Investors in Canfin Homes are still wondering whether, I mean, who will come and when will there be a cleanup which will be required, etc. On that issue of, your dealings with Canfin Homes, you said, high standards of corporate governance for Can Bank and subsidiaries, etc. Are you hinting that there was any issue at all on that front?
See, it is a continuous process and compliance is a continuous process. And if any weaknesses are there, it has to be addressed at the earliest. That is what we did. And now the Canfin, I think Canfin Homes will be the strongest housing loan subsidiary going forward.